welcome, family. Thank you for joining me again here at the Honey House. This evening we're going to finish up our peaches. We've got one boiler left and that's it. And so we're going to go ahead and work these up in a way where I can continue to use these throughout the rest of the season. And a good way to do that is by freezing them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these yummy peaches. We're going to go ahead, they've already been washed. We're going to go ahead and peel them. We're going to save the peelings as well as the pits or the seed. And we're going to use those in one more video that we're going to do, which is our peach pit jelly. And it's yummy, yummy, but it's, we do it at the very end because we've saved all of the skins and the seeds into the very end so that we can use them in that. So we're going to go ahead and get these peeled up, and we're going to go ahead and slice them into slices. We're going to dip them into a lemon juice, and then we're going to lay them flat on a cookie sheet, which we put parchment paper on, and then we're going to flash freeze them. And after we flash freeze them, then we're going to place them in a bag so that we can easily get them apart. So we don't want a mass of peaches in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay them separately on the cookie sheet, put it in there for a little while, let it get solid. Then we're going to pop them off and we're going to put them in a bag so that they're individual slices in there. And that way we can easily measure them. I did the same thing for the strawberries. Whenever we sliced them up, we diced them and put them on there and froze them that way. So we didn't have large clumps, that we could easily use them for smoothies, when we were trying to make a strawberry pie or something like that. So we're doing the same thing with the peaches. We're just going to go ahead and slice them up so that we can use them later on in the season. So grab you an apron and let's go ahead and get busy. And we're going to go ahead and slice these peaches up and get them ready for the freezer so that we can store them. So I'll bring you back whenever we get our first tray done so that you can see how we lay them out on the tray, and then we'll go ahead and place them in the freezer, and then I'll show you after they're frozen how they look and how they won't stick together. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so family, I'm going to go ahead and show you how we peel the peaches. Now, as I told you before when we were making the strawberry peach lemonade, if you have difficult peaches or ones that are not so ripe, you can easily make your pot of boiling water, and you can just put an X here at the end of the peach, and you can drop that into the boiling water, and within 30 to 60 seconds draw that back out and immediately put it into an ice bath. And by doing that, it stops the cooking process. These are really ripe peaches, and so there isn't a real need for doing that this evening. So we're just going to go ahead and peel them with a knife. And as I said, it's these are very ripe, and so we're just going to easily pull those out. We're going to save all of the peach skins as well as the pit. And as I said, it's very easy just to pull these down. So after we get all of that pulled away from the flesh of the peach, then we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to remove the peach pit or the seed, and then we're going to take that and we're going to use it as well in our peach pit jelly. So as soon as we get all of the skin off, and as I said, it doesn't take much time, and we've got a little bit of a bruising there, that's not a problem. We're just going to go ahead and cut that. It's beautiful underneath it, and that we'll just use in the scrap jelly as well. So let's go ahead and get this one little bit off, and then we just slice it in half. As I said, we're going to save all of these peach peelings, and then we're going to take our knife and we're just going to run it around the end. And then, as I was saying, these are freestone, so it comes off very easily away from the seed itself. Get a little bit off. And then, sorry, didn't mean to jump you there. We're going to use, this is a Pampered Chef piece that I like to use, especially during pickling season. And you just easily slice down. That way all of our slices are even. And then we're going to drop that into our lemon juice, and that way our fruit won't turn. And that's all there is to it. So we'll go ahead and add this to the lemon juice and get that stirred up. And then we will add that to a tray, and I'll show you that next. Okay, so here we go again. We've got just a regular cookie sheet that I put a piece of parchment paper on, and we've just got a single layer of peaches on these, and we're just going to put those directly into the freezer. And I will put a piece of parchment on top so it has a little bit of protection. And as soon as those flash freeze or start getting cold or frozen, so that they don't stick to one another when I put them in a freezer bag, we'll go ahead and remove them from the parchment paper, put them in freezer bags, and then they will be ready. And sometimes I even go ahead and measure them out, 2 cups or whatever, because I know that most of my recipes call for 2 cups of stuff. So I may go ahead and measure those out and get those where they're ready and put those in little smaller freezer bags so that I can just grab them easily whenever it's time to make a dessert with them, or if I'm going to use them for, say, a smoothie. So I will bring you back after we get them frozen, and I'll show you that process next.
Okay, family, we've taken these out of the freezer. So now we're just going to bag these up into 2-cup increments in our freezer bags. And then we're going to just place those back in the freezer after we've got them measured out. And then we'll be able to use these all year round. Now that we have these all marked, we'll go ahead and put them in the freezer so that we can just, anytime that we need 2 cups of peaches, we can just grab a bag and go. So isn't it wonderful to have this preserved, and this will last in the freezer for the rest of this year. Well, actually it'll last about a year or so in the freezer, especially since we doused them in the lemon juice and everything. So they'll be nicely preserved for us. So we'll have them for the rest of this year. All right, so we're going to use some of our frozen peaches this morning. So we're going to start off, this is just a simple baking dish. I don't know the exact size of it. It's definitely not a 9 by 13, but I can't remember exact size of it. It's a great deal smaller than a 9 by 13. But it's enough to put at least 1.5 cobblers in, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a recipe and a half, but I'm going to use the amount of peaches that I would for 2 cobblers, because why not? It's just yummy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this butter in the oven. I got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. It's just went off. So we're going to go ahead and take the butter. We're going to put it in the oven so it can start melting while we mix up the other ingredients. Okay, family. So we're going to start off with a simple recipe. I've posted this before, but we've done it with blueberries. So I'll post it at the end of this as well. Preheating that oven to 350 degrees. We've got a stick of butter in there. If I was just making a single batch, I'd put a half a stick of butter in there. I will be using, for a single batch, it's a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of milk, and 2 cups of whatever fruit. So we're going to go ahead and use our frozen peaches today. So we're going to use, it was 2 cups of fruit, sorry. So we're going to, I'm going to make a batch and a half because the container that I'm putting this in is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to just start off with the, we're going to do a cup and a half of flour. We're going to do, and that's self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising flour, all you got to do is add a little bit of salt and some baking powder to that. And then I always add a dash of vanilla. My husband likes that. So as I continue to add things, I'll let you know what we're doing so that you're not confused. So I'm going to do, as I said, I'm doing a batch and a half. So there's me a cup and a half of the flour. And this is a this is a all-purpose flour, so I'm adding some baking powder to that. I'm also adding my salt, just a little bit, about a half a teaspoon of salt. And now we're just going to mix or sift that. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get our wet ingredients. Oh, I'm going to add a cup of flour to this. And so let me go ahead and get that, and I'll bring you right back. All right, family, I am just adding a cup of sugar to this. If you're, well, I'm adding a little bit more, but it's a cup. So here's our sugar added. And then next I'm gonna grab our milk. So I'll bring you right back. Okay. So now we're gonna add our milk. We're just going to stir that until it's well blended. And now we're going to go ahead and remove our pan from the oven. The butter should be well melted by now. So we'll just go ahead and add this in, and then we'll lay the peaches around in it. So I'll bring you back at that point. All right, so we're just gonna pour our mixture right over into this melted butter. And so now we're just going to go ahead and place our peaches in here. And these are the peaches that we froze the other night. You don't have to put them in any kind of order or anything. I'm just trying to make sure that they're evenly distributed. As this bakes, the dough is going to come up around our peaches and make us a yummy crust over it, and it's going to be fantastic. So just another way that we preserve our peaches here on our little homestead. I'll bring you back whenever we take it out of the oven. We're going to go ahead and place this in the oven for at least 30 to 45 minutes. You know that it's done whenever you don't have the jiggle in the middle anymore. And so, as I said, I'll bring you back whenever we get to that point.